The expensive leather wallet slipped from the back seat of the luxury SUV without its owner noticing. It landed on the wet pavement of a crowded shopping center parking lot. Hundreds of people walked past. Nobody stopped. Nobody cared. But one man did. A tired-looking single father carrying grocery bags and holding his 8-year-old daughter's hand noticed the wallet near a puddle. He bent down and picked it up. The moment he opened it, his eyes widened. Inside was nearly $40,000 in cash. Several platinum credit cards, business documents, and identification belonging to one of the most powerful women in the state. For a brief moment, the exhausted father simply stared. Because $40,000 was more money than he had seen in years, money that could erase his debts, save his home, change his life. Yet what he did next would leave everyone speechless, and what the wallet's owner discovered after secretly following him would change both of their lives forever. Before we continue, if you believe honesty, kindness, and good people still exist in this world, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to DRAMEX Story for more emotional stories that touch the heart. 37-year-old Ryan Parker knew what it felt like to struggle. 3 years earlier, his wife Claire had passed away after a sudden illness. The loss shattered his world. One moment they were planning their future. The next he was standing beside a hospital bed saying goodbye. Since then, life had become an endless battle. Every morning he woke before sunrise, worked long shifts as a warehouse employee, picked up extra delivery jobs at night, and somehow still found time to raise his daughter Lily alone. Money was always tight, bills stacked on the kitchen table. The refrigerator was rarely full. The family car barely worked, but Ryan never complained. Because every evening when Lily smiled and ran into his arms, he remembered exactly why he kept fighting. On that rainy afternoon, after finding the wallet, Ryan sat inside his old pickup truck staring at the contents. Lily looked over curiously. "Dad, whose wallet is that?" Ryan showed her the identification card. The photograph belonged to Victoria Bennett, a 42-year-old billionaire entrepreneur, owner of multiple companies, known throughout the country. Lily looked at the cash. "That's a lot of money." Ryan nodded. "Yes, we keeping it." Ryan looked at his daughter, then gently closed the wallet. "No, sweetheart." "Why?" "Because it doesn't belong to us." Lily smiled. The answer didn't surprise her. Her father had always chosen honesty even when life wasn't fair. Together they drove across town toward the address listed on the identification. Meanwhile, Victoria Bennett was having the worst day of her life. A major business deal had collapsed. Investors were angry. The media was attacking her company. And she hadn't even realized her wallet was missing. Not yet. The discovery came nearly an hour later. The moment she reached for it, panic flooded her face. Her wallet contained confidential documents, cash intended for a charitable donation, personal information, everything. Immediately she canceled meetings, called assistants, contacted security. Nobody could find it. Victoria assumed it was gone forever. Then her phone rang. An unfamiliar number appeared. She answered. A calm voice spoke. "Hello. I believe I found your wallet." Victoria froze. For several seconds she couldn't speak. Then relief washed over her. An hour later Ryan arrived at her office building. Security guards escorted him upstairs. Victoria expected someone very different, maybe a businessman, maybe someone looking for a reward. Instead she found a tired father wearing worn work clothes. Beside him stood a smiling little girl. Ryan handed over the wallet. Victoria opened it immediately. Every dollar remained inside. Nothing was missing, not one thing. She stared at him. "Did you count it?" Ryan shrugged. "Really?" Victoria couldn't believe it. $40,000 returned untouched in a world where people stole far less every day. She reached into the wallet and pulled out several $1,000s. "Take this." Ryan shook his head. "No, thank you." Victoria blinked. Returning it was the right thing to do. Room fell silent. For the first time in years, Victoria encountered someone who genuinely expected nothing. No reward, no favors, no opportunity, just honesty. After thanking him, Ryan left with Lily. But Victoria couldn't stop thinking about them. Something felt different, something felt important. Over the next few days, she found herself wondering about the father and daughter. Who were they? Why had he refused the reward? Why had a man struggling financially chosen integrity over easy money? Curiosity eventually won. Victoria asked a private investigator to learn more, not because she distrusted him, because she wanted answers. The report arrived 2 days later, and what she discovered broke her heart. Ryan lived in a modest house on the edge of town. His mortgage was months behind. Medical bills from his late wife's treatment remained unpaid. His truck was nearly 20 years old. His savings account contained less than $300, yet despite everything, he volunteered at local food drives, helped neighbors repair their homes, and spent every free moment with his daughter. Victoria sat quietly reading the report. The more she learned, the more emotional she became, because she realized something painful. The poorest man she had met possessed more integrity than many millionaires she knew. But curiosity still wasn't satisfied. She wanted to see for herself. So one Saturday she followed him, not closely enough to be noticed, just enough to observe. What she found changed everything. Ryan's morning began at a grocery store. He carefully compared prices, counted every dollar, and bought only essentials. Then he drove to a community center. Victoria watched through the window. Inside, Ryan spent hours helping elderly residents carry supplies and repair furniture. Nobody paid him. Nobody asked him. He simply helped. Later, he took Lily to a public park. They shared a single sandwich, laughed together, fed ducks near a pond. And for several hours, Victoria watched something she hadn't seen in years. Genuine happiness, not purchased happiness, not luxury happiness, real happiness. Kind created by love. The kind money couldn't buy. That evening, Victoria returned home feeling unsettled. She walked through her massive mansion, past expensive artwork, past luxury furniture, past rooms she rarely used. And suddenly the house felt empty, very empty, because despite all her success, she didn't have what Ryan and Lily had: connection, family, purpose. The next week brought another surprise. Victoria learned Ryan's house was scheduled for foreclosure. The bank planned to seize it within 30 days. The little house where Lily had grown up, the only home she remembered, Victoria couldn't ignore it. Not after everything she had seen. Not after discovering the kind of man Ryan truly was.